Hi guys, today we're going to take a look at Otherworld for a level 450 plus Paladin. Now, this starting level of 450 plus assumes basically best in slot gear, otherwise it's going to be too difficult. You really need to have this best in slot stuff to manage the damage in here. And if you do have the gear, and you can start here, the results you can expect are somewhere around 2.9 kk raw experience and somewhere between 700 to 1 kk profit per hour, depending on your luck. And the prices of items on your server, but in general, they're pretty stable across the world. So this is something that you should be able to expect. Overall, I give this spawn a B+. The experience is not great, but the profit is really amazing. You get 200 charm points that you can't get anywhere else. And I personally think it's quite fun. I like hunting here. It's really difficult, but it's really fun because you're doing massive pulls. You know, there's like 20 monsters in certain places. I find that fun. I think this place is pretty enjoyable, and I would recommend it even if the experience is not really that great. I give this place a difficulty of 9 out of 10 for a level 450, and obviously it gets much easier with levels. By the time you're like level 500, 550, it definitely drops down to like a 6 or 7 out of 10 at most. And you will need about 7 hours total to get all of the bestiaries for 200 points in total, because those are the 50-point creatures. So what you will need, moving on, I recommend level 450 plus, like mentioned, with best in slot. If you don't have proper best in slot items, I'd say probably 500 plus, maybe even safe around 550. You will not need any access quests. You will just need to enter the vortex depending on where it spawns. So the spawn to Otherworld changes every hour, every 2 hours, I can't remember now. But you can access it from Zao, Svargrund, or Darasha, and you can use an item called Spying Eye, which will tell you where the vortex currently is. This place can effectively be hunted by knights and paladins. Maybe solo mage can hunt here, but I just think there's too much damage and too much chaos for it to be possible for a mage, so probably wouldn't recommend it. All standard imbuements plus energy protection imbuement if it's possible for you. So ideally, I didn't have it here. Ideally, I would have been wearing like a soul shell or a mutated skin armor with energy protection imbuement. I didn't have that, so I just went for the gnome armor, which has 8% energy protection built in, and that was okay. But ideally, if you really want to try hard, you probably just want the energy imbuement instead, because 8% from gnome armor is not as much, right? And yeah, you need to prioritize physical protection, followed by energy protection. It's 54% physical, 24% energy, 14% life drain. So, you will, at level 450, you really will need, your bone fiddle, you will need your pendulet, you'll want the alicorn ring. You need to get some protection in here because those monsters really hurt a lot and there's really a lot of them. So, do watch out for that. The place per hour, it's about 1600 great mana potions, 150 ultimates, 1500 diamond arrows, 700 stone shower runes, 6 bullseye potions per hour. And if you come here at level 450, I would actually recommend just using spirit potions instead of great mana potions. It's just going to make it a lot easier. I did use great mana potions and I managed, but looking back, I would have definitely preferred to use great spirit potions. And, the profit's not going to suffer too much from that. Obviously, at higher level, just use great manas. Charms, NA, you're probably just going to leave at level as soon as you complete the bestiary, so probably not need to worry about charms here. If you come here at 450, I would recommend T1 Gift, just for that extra bit of safety. If you're much higher level, then probably you want Grenade. That is going to be, pretty good here because you are doing big boxes, lots of monsters, so Grenade is going to be quite effective. And the character you'll see in another video is level 451 Paladin with 122 distance skill and 33 magic level and no combat praise and no charms. Now, looking at the route, first of all, this is basically the same route that I was doing on my EK, so if you've watched my EK guide, you will probably know the route. But we're going to take a look at it again anyway. And yes, a note, you actually enter Otherworld in 3 different places depending on where the vortex is. So wherever you enter, you're going to have to sort of make your way to this middle spot where you can start the proper loop that I'm about to show you. And the easiest way to do that is to sort of go towards the hub, because part of this is where the hub is, by the way. So, the loop is near the hub, so that's the easy way to find your way around if you have to. Anyway, I'm going to basically draw it out as if we're starting from the hub, because I don't know where you're going to be entering, but yeah, hopefully you can figure that out. So this is the hub with green, and anyway, so let's say I do a big pull here. This is probably one of the biggest ones actually. Then I go to the left here and do a pull here, I go to the left and do a big pull in this section as well. This one's pretty big as well. Once that is done, I go down the hole here, which brings me to this level. I'll then go do a pull here. Then I go here, do a pull. And then you basically just kind of complete this little loop doing a bunch of pulls in here. There is so many monsters, it really takes a long time for you to kill them as a level 450 Paladin. And once you're done with basically this little vortex here, you go up the hole here, and you restart right here, and you do those 3 pulls again. So it's a really quite a small loop, but I find this one the most efficient. It's really dense, loads of monsters. Now this base is absolutely massive, and if it so happens that somebody else is hunting here, there are way other routes that you can do. You know, you've got this whole section here, you've got this whole section here, this section that I'm basically not hunting and most people don't. So if you want to, you can always check those out as well. There's lots and lots of monsters. There's no way a single person needs the whole Otherworld for themselves, so I'm sure you can agree something. Anyway, this is my recommended route. Hopefully it helps you, and yeah, do be careful if you come here on a 450 Paladin, because this place is damn hard. Anyway, that's what I have for you today, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.